IBPS PO prelims exam. Let's start from question number 31 onwards. From 31 we have arithmetic questions, so let's write an index. We'll see these questions later. 31 to 31 to 40 we have. From 41 quadratic equation, so we will start solving these questions. P square is equal to under root of 81. Root value can never be negative. So root 81 is equal to 9 value. If P square is equal to 9, P will have both positive and negative factor. 9 can be written as plus 3 square, or it can be even written as minus 3 square also. Next, 70 can be written as 10 into 7 plus minus 10 minus 7, that is minus 17. Then factors are plus 10 comma plus 7. 3 comma 10, x less than y, x less than y, negative number and positive number, x less than y condition. Next, now we have q1 and q2s. Yes, 1 2 3 4 q1 q2s we have. Let's maintain them in index. q1 q2 from 42 to 45. From 46 onwards we have data analysis in table and pie chart. 2 images are there, takes time. Hold this question till 50 we have. Yes, from 51 onwards we have table information. Compared with previous data analysis set, this set won't take time because there is only one image. Still we will hold these questions. Now 56, yes, number series are there and these are normal number series only, so we will definitely try to answer these questions. Till 60, yes, from 61 onwards we have again one more table. But when you look at this table, here you have information regarding 5 days, number of people participated, percentage of registered people who did not participate. Percentage conversion is there. But 51 to 55 table is just a simple table, but there you just need to convert data given in bar chart to table. If you are done with that, it will be very easy. It won't take much time and questions can be solved in very less time. Data regarding number of students enrolled for vocational courses in 2 institutes A and B, right? So here 0 50 50 100 100 150 50 50 gap we have, and between them we have assume 5 lines. Then this becomes 190 and 240. This is the next one is 270 and then 350, 300 and 240, 180 and 310, 310 and then 390. These are values. We have to write them in a table. So for simplification purpose, I made this table already ready for you. Now look at this. This is the table that we have. Once table is there, it is easy and simple, and easily we can answer all these questions. Next we have, yes, right. Number of students enrolled in Institute A in 2022. A in 2022, 270 is what percent of enrolled in Institute B in the same year? With respect to 350, 270 is what percentage? That's what your question. So let's write it. 270 with respect to 350 percentage into 100. 50 2 times here, 50 7 times here. Now in numerator we have 540. 540 divided by 7. Now when you look at your options, denominator must be 7. Everywhere denominator is 7. And numerator we have 0. Numerator should be equal to 0. Let's verify this. 7 7s 49 plus 150. This is 0. This can be your answer. Hold it. This can be your answer. Next, 7 2s 14 plus 1 15. Ends with 5. This cannot be your answer. 1 into 7 plus 1 8. This cannot be your answer. 7 into 9 63 plus 5 68. This cannot be your answer. 5 into 7, 35 plus 3, 38. Ends with 8. This cannot be your answer. There is only 177, 1 by 7. That has to be your answer. What is the difference between average number of students enrolled in Institute A in 2021, 22 and B in 2023 and then 2024? You're asked to calculate difference. Difference of what? Institute A people 2021, 2022. Sum of these two numbers divided by 2. And for B, 23 and 24. For B, we have to consider this value. Sum of these two numbers is equal to 460 divided by 2, average. 240 plus 310, which is equal to 550. 550 divided by 2. Now we have to consider average. Average is equal to divided by 90 by 2, which is 45, second option. Next. If the number of students enrolled in Institute A in 2027, first of all, we have data till 2025 only. They're talking about 27. Is 40% less that of 2025. In Institute A, in 2025, we have 310 people. If you subtract 40%, if you subtract 40%, 10% double and double, 10% is 31. 31 4 times is 124. You need to subtract 124. Now, answer should end with 6. How many options are there? Either 186 or 196. If it is 186, let me write it. 120, 180, 300, 4 plus 10, 10, 310, satisfied. So 186 is final answer. If not this, without verification, directly we can go for 196 because you are very sure that answer is either this or 196. Let's verify. If so, this is our final answer. Else, without verification, we can go for 196. Number of students enrolled in Institute B increased by what percent from 23 to 25? 23 to 25. 240 becomes 390. Increased by 150 from 240 percentage into 100. 30 5 times here, 30 8 times here. 5 by 8 in the sense conversion, you all know that it is equal to 62.5%, first option answer. In 2024, 65% of the students enrolled in Institute A was male. If the respective ratio between number of male students enrolled in Institute A and B was 13:9, what was the number of male students enrolled in Institute B in the same year? First of all, in Institute B, we have 9 parts. 9 parts should be 9 multiple. First option, second, third, fourth. 4 options are there. If there is only one 9 multiple, you don't have to solve the question at all. Now let's start it. In 2024, in Institute A, total we have 180 people. Out of 180, 65% they are saying. Let me write 65% of 180. These many number of male are there, which is equal to 13 parts. Then 1 part is equal to divided by 13. But male in Institute B are 9 parts. So 1 part multiplied by 9 will give you answer. 13 5 times here. 10% of this number is 18. 5% is 9. So final answer is 9 into 9. 9 9 is 81. First option answer. With this, we completed 51 to 55. Next set, preferably you can go for 61 to 65 because Q1, Q2 takes time. Let's give last priority, and after completion of arithmetic questions, then only we are supposed to touch Q1, Q2s. Now, we have 2 images here, and in table here, there is only 1 image. So better to go for 61 to 65. Now, here, look at the data. This is information regarding 5 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Number of people who participated. And here, percentage of registered people who did not participate. For suppose, if 4% did not participate, then what percentage of the people have participated? 96%. So 96% is equal to 720. Then how many registered people are there? Registered, participated, and not participated. These are 3 values we are going to have. On Monday, participated people are 720, which is 96%. Then registered people are 100%. That will be little bit more than 96. and usually 100% value should be a round figure. So 720 cannot be 800 because huge gap we have. So it can be 750. You can treat 750 uh, mm, uh, as a round figure because it is ending with 50. Out of, if it is 750, for example, if it is 750, 1% is 7.5, 2% is 15, 4% is 30. Subtract 30 from this number, you are getting 720, perfect answer. Now, this is how you have to convert other details for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday. Don't convert all the values because you know how to do it. Let us try to convert and fill the values when it is really required. You're not supposed to complete because you know how to do it. Now let's start questions and then we'll try to fill these numbers. Out of the participants on Monday and Thursday, there were equal number of children on each day. If the respective ratio between number of adults who participated in the contest on Monday and Thursday was 11:9, what was the value of X? You are asked to calculate how many children are there. So this question is based on Monday and Thursday. Thursday, out of children who participated, participants. So participants in the sense, Monday we have 720 and Thursday we have 630. Now look at this. When you have 720 on Monday and 630 on Thursday. Here male adults are 11 parts and here adults are 9 parts and children are same number of people. If you subtract people who participated on Thursday from Monday, plus X minus X gets cancelled and finally you'll have only 2 parts. So without writing the simplification directly you can answer it. If there is a group, 2 different groups, and in both groups if children are equal, whatever is the difference is there in adult, that is going to be the total difference. So difference between both is equal to 90 and you know that adults are in the respective ratio 11:9, hence difference is 2 parts. 2 parts is equal to 90 we can say. Now with this 1 part is equal to 45. 11 parts in the sense adults who are there on Monday. 1 into 11, 45 into 11 in the sense 45, 10 times plus 1 time. 10 times is 450, 1 time is 1 more 45. 450 plus 45, 495. So there are 495 adults are there and how many children are there? So that total on Monday, the count should become 720. So to this number, you have to add 225. Then only total value becomes 720. So there are 225 children are there on Monday. And according to the first statement, Monday and Thursday, total number of children are equal. Hence, our answer is 225. Next. What is the average number of people who had registered for the contest on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday? You're asked to calculate registered people. Registered. Come on, let's try to do this. Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. Tuesday. 5% have not participated. Then 95% are participants. Registered people are 100%. Little bit more than 95% and should be a round figure. Number should be more than 760 and should be a round figure. Let's go for 800. 5% of this number is 40. If you subtract 40, you'll get 760. Correct. Next. Here, 12% have not participated. Then 88% have participated. 1% is equal to divided by 88 and we need 100% into 100. 11, 70 times 11, 8 times. 8, 12.5 times. 8, 12.5 times. 0 and 120, 0 and decimal gets cancelled. 125 into 7 you can write. 100 into 7, 700. 725 is 175. Total 875. Next you need it for Friday. 8% not participated. Then participants are 92%. 1% is 460 by 92. 100% in the sense into 100. Otherwise, From 92%, if you want to get 100%, it is little bit high, approximately 10% you can say. Number should be more than 460 and should be a round figure. And if you treat it as 500, 1% is 5, 8% is equal to 40. If you subtract 40, you get 460. Condition satisfied. Now you're asked to calculate average on Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. 800, 800, 1600 plus 500, 2175. That is 2175. You're asked to calculate average, that is equal to divided by 3. 3 7 times, 3 2 times, 5 times. 725 is our average, fifth option. Number of people who registered but not participated in the contest on Thursday was what percentage less those on Wednesday? Thursday and Wednesday. Thursday and Wednesday, right. So these two, Thursday, Wednesday. Look at this. Thursday total we need to have. 10% have not participated, then this value is equal to participants, which is 90%. 90% is equal to 630, then 10% is equal to 70. Then total participants are 700. First of all, you don't have to do this. Now Wednesday, out of 875, only 770 people have attended. Then not attended people are 105. Now your question is, number of people who did not participated in the contest Thursday was what percent less than Wednesday? 70 is how much less than 105? 35 less. 35 less than 105, percentage into 100. 35 once, 35 3 times, 1 by 3, which is 33, 1 by 3%, fourth option. Saturday, first of all, you don't have details about Saturday. Number of people who registered for the contest was 20% more than those on Thursday. Now on Saturday, total registered people are 20% more than on Thursday. Thursday we have 700. 20% of 700 is 140. 140 more in the sense this becomes 840 registrations. And those who did not registered, those who registered but did not participate was 40% more than those on Tuesday. Those who registered but not participated, in the sense that value should come here. And this value is equal to 40% more than those on Tuesday. On Tuesday, how much value should come here? Tuesday, out of 800 registrations, 760 have attended, then those who have not attended is 40. Now, on Saturday, people who have not participated, not attended people are 40% more than those on Tuesday. Out of 40, 40% is 16. 16 more in the sense this value should become 56. What is your question? What percent of the people participated on Saturday? So out of 840, 56 people have participated. The not participated is 840 minus 56. Percentage in the sense 840 into 100. Otherwise, let's directly calculate percentage of the people who have not participated, which is 56 out of 840 into 100. You'll get some number here. These are people who have not participated. To get participants from 100%, if you subtract this value, you'll get your answer. Instead of using this simplification, better to use this because this is simple. Now, 5% of denominator is equal to 42. Still you have to add 14, which is 1/3 of this number. 1/3 of 5% in the sense that is equal to 1 2 by 3%, meaning total 6 2 by 3% of the people have not participated. Then participants are 83 1 by 3%. Participants are 93. Participants are 93 1 by 3%. 93 1 by 3. Yes, 1/3. 1/3 is 1 2 by 3. 6 2 by 3. 93 1 by 3. It has to be 93 1 by 3, fifth option. Let's make it 93 1 by 3 because you are not asked to calculate approximate. If you are asked to calculate approximate, probably we can go for 93 1 by 6 or so. So fifth option has to be 93 1 by 3%, and that is our answer. Next. Male to female ratio of those who registered for the contest on Monday was 7:8 out of total registrations. If only 10 female did not participate, how many male participated on Monday? On Monday, total how many people are there? 750. Now 750 is divided in the ratio 7:8. Male and female ratio. Male to female. 7 and 8 in the sense 15 parts. If 15 parts is equal to 750, one part is equal to 50, then male are 7 parts, which is 350. Female are 8 parts, which is 400. These are total number of people. And if only 10 female did not participate, female who did not participate, if it is 10. On Monday, look at this, total number of people who have not participated is 30. Now out of those 30, if 10 are female, then 20 are male only. Now what is your question? How many male participated on Monday? Out of 350 male people, if 20 male did not participate, then 330 should participate. 330 should be our answer. Yes, 330. How many male participated? 4%. Yes, it has to be on Monday only. On Monday, yes, out of 350, 20 did not participate. So 330 should be our answer. Let's change fifth option to 330. Now, with this, we even completed the second set in data analysis. Let's start arithmetic questions. Out of his monthly salary, Ram invests 20% in PPF. Out of the remaining salary is 80%. Out of remaining salary 80%, he saves 25% and spends the remaining. Out of remaining, even if 25% is spending, remaining is 75%. Let's write 75% as 3 by 4 simplified form, and the remaining on medicines and groceries in the respective ratio 2:3. This value is divided in the ratio 2:3. If Ram spends 9,000 on medicines he is spending 2 parts out of total 5 parts. So it is 2/5 of this number is given as 9,000. What is annual salary? If this value is equal to 9,000, be careful. Here data is given for monthly and your question is about annual. After getting monthly salary, you have to multiply it with 12 to get your annual salary. First of all, let's see this. 5 into 4, 20. 20 4 times here. 3, 3,000 times here. 2 into 4, 8%. If 8% of x is equal to 3,000, 1% is equal to 3,000 divided by 8. 100% will give you monthly salary. This value will give you monthly salary, but you are asked to calculate yearly salary, annual salary into 12. 4 2 times, 4 3 times, 2 15 times, otherwise don't touch this, 2 1,500 times. How many zeros are there? 4 zeros are there. 15 3 times 45, that is equal to 4,50,000. 4.5 lakh is our answer, fourth option. Next. The circumference of a circle is 10% more than the perimeter of the square. Circumference is 10% more than perimeter of the square. Okay. If the difference between the area of the circle and the area of the square is 486, how much does diagonal of the square measures? You're asked to calculate how much would be diagonal. Come on. Difference of area of the circle and the square area is 486. So that is equal to circle area pi r square, which is 22 by 7 into r square. We'll fill that, minus square area that is a square. Now they said circumference of the circle is 10% more than perimeter of the square. Circumference 2 pi r, 2 into 22 by 7 into r is equal to 10% more, in the sense that is 110%. 110% of perimeter of the square. 0 0 gets cancelled. First of all, 11, 2 times here, 2 into 2, 4. Then radius is equal to 7 goes to the other side, that is 7a by 10. 7a by 10. Now you can substitute pi r square value as 7a by 10 whole square. 7 square into a square by 10 square. Now 7 in denominator and numerator square gets cancelled. When you take 10 square common, 20 to 7 times is 720 is 140, 7 2 is 14, 140 14, 154 a square minus 10 square, 100 into a square, that is 100 a square is equal to 486, and then into 100. Denominator 100 goes to the other side. Left hand side you'll have 154 minus 100, that is equal to 54. A square is equal to 486 divided by 54 into 100. 54 9 times here. 9 into 100, 900. 900 can be written as 30 square. If a square is equal to 30 square, a is equal to 30, and diagonal of a square is equal to a into root 2, that is 30 into root 2, 30 root 2, third option answer. Train A of length L meters running north to south completely crosses a vertical pole in 9 seconds. Train B 170 meters long running south to north. Why is that they are giving direction? Because to conclude that both are moving opposite to each other, indirectly they are saying. At a speed of 15 meter per second, crosses train A in 10 seconds. What is the length of train L? Now, in first case, train A length, which is running from north to south, completely crosses a pole in 9 seconds. Next, train B with 170 meters long running opposite direction with a speed 15 meter per second crosses train A in 10 seconds. Now, what is train A length? Here, train A speed is not there. Let's see. In first case, train A length is L, which is equal to distance covered when a train crosses a particular pole. Speed of train A is A, and the time it is taking is 9 seconds. Now in second case, train B is crossing train A. Distance traveled is equal to train A length plus train B length. That is equal to speed into time. When they are moving opposite to each other, relative speed is S1 plus S2. S1 we thought it was A, plus train B speed is 15 into time taken in this particular case 10 seconds. Now you are asked to calculate how much is length of the train A. That is what L. When you know L is equal to A into 9, then train A speed is equal to L by 9. So in place of A, you can even write it as L divided by 9. L divided by 9. Now take 9 common. L plus 9 15 times, that is equal to 135 into 10 by 9 goes to other side. 9L plus 9 times of 170. You have a 0 here. 17 9 times in the sense 17 10 times minus 1 time. 170 minus 17, which is equal to 153. Right hand side you'll have 10L plus 1350. 9L goes to the other side. L is equal to 1530 minus 1350, which is equal to, subtract 1400, add 50 later, that is equal to 180. 180 meters is train A length. That is third option. Next. Boat takes 48 minutes less to travel downstream from X to Y than the time it takes to travel upstream from Y to X. So Y to X, it is upstream. In downstream, it is taking 48 minutes. 48 minutes less it is taking. Okay. Time difference is 48 minutes. If the speed of the downstream is 21 km per hour and the speed of the upstream is 15 km per hour, what is the distance between X to Y? Now, in which direction it is taking more time? In which direction it is taking more time? Obviously, upstream. If distance is D, time to cover D kilometers with this upstream speed 15 km per hour is D by 15, and time to cover D kilometers in downstream with a speed 21 km per hour is D by 21. Time to cover distance in upstream and downstream, and the difference is equal to 48 minutes, they said, which is equal to 48 by 60 hours. Minutes converts to hours. Now your question is to identify distance between them. That is equal to D is equal to how much? Right. Now, instead of solving the equation and getting the answer, what you can do is, preferably you can go for answer to question verification. If it is 21, 21 in the sense that is equal to 7 by 5 minus 21 by 21 in the sense 1. Is that equal to 48 by 60? 48 by 60 in the sense 12, 4 times, 5 times. 4 by 5. That cannot be your answer. First option eliminated. Next. If it is 90, 90 in the sense you will get 90, that cannot be your answer. Let's take LCM for 15 and then 21. If you take LCM for 15 and 21, 3, 5 times and then 7 times here, which is 105. 15, 7 times, which is 7D. 5D is equal to 48 by 60. This you can directly write it as 4 by 5. 521 times here. 21 into 4, which is 84. 7D minus 5D, 2D. Then D is equal to divided by 2, which is 42. 42 kilometers is our final answer, which is third option. Next. A trader sells an item at 1530 after allowing two successive discounts of 10% and 15% on its market price and earns a profit of 27.5%. By what percent above the cost price was the market price? Right. So here you don't have to use that number because your question is about only percentage. Let us assume market price is 100%. First discount is 10%. We have to subtract 10. Then its value becomes 90. And again you have to give 15% discount. 15% discount on 90. 10% is 9. 5% is 4.5. Total 13.5 we have to subtract. Then value becomes 76.5% of what? Market price. At this price we are selling the item. But still there is a profit of 27.5%. That means this is equal to 127.5% of the cost price. Now we need to calculate how much is 100% of the market price. 100% of market price is how much? Difference between both numbers. Difference between both the numbers is equal to 51. 51 is what fractional part of this number? Otherwise, what you can do is 1% of market price is 127.5 divided by 76.5. And we need 100%, that is equal to into 100. In both numerator and denominator, we have only one digit after decimal. So you can directly write numbers like this. Now, cancellation with 15, 15, 5 times and then 1 time. 15, 8 times, 120 and then 5 times. Again, simplification can be done with Yes, 51 is here and 85 is there. 17, 17 three times, 17 five times. 500 by 3 we have. 500 by 3 in the sense 3 ones, 20 we have, 6 times, 18, 20 again, 6 times, 2 by 3%. If market price is 166, 2 by 3%. 166, 2 by 3% is how much percent above the 100%? 66, 2 by 3% is above. 66, 2 by 3 is second option answer. A and B started a business by investing 4,000 and 4,800 respectively. At the end of fourth month from the start of the business, C joined with X rupees. After 8 months from the start of the business, A left. If the respective ratio between C's share in the annual profit and the total annual profit was 9:37, what was C's investment? AB started with 4,000 and then 4,800. Investments are clearly mentioned. At the end of fourth month from the start of the business, C joined with X rupees. After 8 months from the start of the business, A left. So A is there for only 8 months. If the respective ratio between C's share in annual profit to the annual profit is 9:37, keep this aside. We'll discuss this. Now, there is no information regarding B investment period. So he is there from the beginning. Hope we will expect that he is there till the end of the business. And C joined after 4 months, then he will be there for only 8 months. 8 ones, 8. 6 times, 8 ones. Now this value is equal to 4,612 times, that is 7,200, and then X. This is going to be profit sharing ratio. Now, here they said C is getting 9 parts out of total 37 parts. Out of total 37 parts. Now, C is getting X rupees and remaining both other values are A's profit and B's profit, that is equal to 11,200 is equal to C profit is 9 parts out of 37. If you subtract 9, you get 28. Now 28, how many times? 28 4 times and then 00. X value is equal to 9 into 400, that is 3,600. 3,600, second option answer. Otherwise, first after getting this value, C profit sharing ratio is X, and which is what his investment. X is equal to 9 parts. Answer should be 9 multiple. 4 options are there. If there is only one option which is a 9 multiple, you don't have to solve after getting this. Because there are 4 options, you are forced to calculate. Next. A group of 5 students has an average weight of W kgs. When 2 new students join the group, the average weight becomes W plus 2. If the total weight of new joinees is 116, and out of the 2 new joinees, the heavier student weighs W plus 9 kgs. What is the weight of the lighter student? Let's come to this question later, but let's first fill and identify how much is total weight of both the candidates. Total weight of candidates is already mentioned as 116. Okay. Now, if this 116 is equal to, how many persons are joining now? 2 persons. Initially, there are 5 students whose average weight is W. If 2 new persons' weights are W kgs and W kgs, that is 2 into W, there won't be any change in the average. Because of these 2 new joinings, what happened to average? Average increased by 2. So, total weight of these 2 new students is not only equal to 2 times of the average, but this is more than that. Average increased by how much? 2 kgs. Average increased by 2 kgs for how many people? Already we have 5 people and 2 more people are joining now. For total 7 people, average increased by 2. So total increases by 7 into 2. If 14 comes to left hand side, that becomes 1 or 2. If 2 into W is 1 or 2, W is equal to 1 or 2 by 2, which is equal to 51. W is equal to 51. Now, heavier person's weight is equal to W plus 9. So, first person weight is equal to 51 plus 9, that is equal to 60. Then second person weight is equal to total weight of those two students minus first person weight, which is equal to 60. Answer is equal to 56 kgs is second option. A jar has a mixture of milk and water in the respective ratio 3:1. 20 liters of mixture was taken out and 15 liters of pure water added to it. If the resultant percentage of water in the mixture was 33 1/3 percentage, what was the initial quantity of mixture in the jar? Initial quantity of mixture in the jar, milk and water, it is already 3:1. 20 liters of this mixture is taken out. Let us assume total we have X liters and 20 liters taken out, and we have remaining quantity. Even in this remaining quantity also, milk and water must be in the ratio 3:1, that is 3 parts and then 1 part. And to that again they are adding 15 liters of pure water. So milk initially we have 3 parts and water 1 part. This is after taking out 20 liters. And to this, when they add 15 liters of water, water component is 1 part plus 15. Now the resultant percentage of water is 33 1/3%. In fractional form we can take this as 1/3. If water quantity is equal to 1/3, remaining 2/3 goes to milk only. By 3 gets cancelled here. Now 1 into 3 parts, 1 part plus 15 into 2. 2 parts and 3 parts, difference is 1 part, which is equal to 15 into 2, that is 30. Now milk and water together, that is equal to 3 parts plus 1 part, which is equal to 4 parts, that is P into 4, 30 into 4, 120. But this quantity is after taking out 20 liters. From this, if you want to calculate X value, that is 120 plus 20, answer is 140. 140, fourth option answer. Ram invests P rupees in a scheme A for 4 years and 0.8p in scheme B for 2 years. Scheme A offers simple interest at R% per annum. Scheme B offers compound interest at R 20% per annum. If the ratio of interest obtained from both the schemes is 15:11, what is the value of R? Let us assume P rupees as 100% and 0.8p as 80%. Here 100% invested and here it is 80% invested. Scheme A is given for 4 years and scheme B given for 2 years. Scheme A offers simple interest at R% per annum. R% per annum for 4 years, that is 4R percentage. Out of 100%, that will be 4R% only. Next, scheme B offers compound interest at 20% per annum. For 2 years, that will be 44%. That will be 44%. This value is calculated on 100% and 44% is calculated on 80%. In numerator, we have written simple interest in scheme A and in denominator compound interest in scheme B. Now, if both the interest obtained are in the ratio 15:11, if it is equal to 15/11, first of all, 20 4 times, 20 5 times, keep it aside. Percentage cancel, 4 gets cancelled. 5 3 times here, 11 4 times here. Then R value is equal to 4 into 3, that is equal to 12. Second option answer. 5 years back, Bruna's age was 2.5 times the Adya's age at that time. So 5 years back, there are 2 members, Adya and Bruna. Adya's age was 2.5. 2.5 can be written as 5 divided by 2. As denominator is 2, let's start with Adya's age was 2 parts. 2.5 times of this number becomes 5 parts. Next, 10 years from now, Bruna's age will be 30 years more than Adya's age at that time. So, after 10 years, if their ages difference is 30, any point of time their ages difference should be equal to 30 only. Their ages difference, any time it has to be 30. 3 parts is the difference which is equal to 30. Then 1 part is 20. 2 parts is equal to 20, 5 parts is equal to 50. Then only difference should be 30. What is Bruna's percentage? You're asked to calculate percentage of Bruna. Bruna's age was 50 years 5 years back. Then at present 50 plus 5, that is going to be 55 years. Second option answer. Now these are done and still we are left with yes, Q1 and Q2s are there. Let's solve Q1 Q2s. Q1, 12 girls can do a piece of work in 18 days. How many girls would be required to do the same piece of work in 12 days? 12 girls can do it in 18 days. To complete the same work in 12 days, how many girls are required? 12 gets cancelled and it is 18. If you know one rule saying X men can do it in Y days, Y men can do it in X days. If you know that, you don't have to write anything. 12 girls can do it in 18 days. And then 18 girls can do it in 12 days. Your question is for 12 days, then 18 girls are required. Anyway, next Q2. A mixture of 60 liters contains alcohol and water in the respective ratio 3:7. How much alcohol should be added to this mixture so that the ratio of alcohol and water becomes 2:3? Now, for such questions, initially we have 3:7 and then 2:3. This is quantity of alcohol and then water. Now, what is the quantity that you're adding? Alcohol. When you're adding alcohol, water component should be same. Here it is 7 parts, but here it is 3 parts. Let's multiply first ratio with 3, second ratio with 7. Now, 3:7 multiplied by 3, 9:21. 2:3 multiplied by 7, that becomes 14:21. Now, water in terms of number of parts is same, but alcohol increased by 5 parts. You just need to calculate how much is 5 parts value. Initial quantity is total 30 parts, which is equal to how many liters? 60 liters. From this, 1 part is equal to 60 by 30, and as you need 5 parts, that is into 5. 32 times 2 into 5, 10. So Q2 is equal to 10 liters. Q2 is 10, whereas Q1 was 18. Q1 more than Q2. Next. Q1, mother's age is 3 times that of son's age. 5 years back, it was 4 times present age of son age. There are 2 members here, mother and son. 5 years back, mother's age was 4 times of son's age. And at present, mother's age, 3 times of it. Difference between each person's present age and their age 5 years back was 5 years. In mother age, there is a difference of 1 part, but for son, there is no difference. For such cases, first ratio values difference is 3 parts, and here it is 2 parts. Let's go for cross multiplication. 4:1 multiplied by 2, that becomes 8:2. Next ratio multiplied by 3, then it becomes 9:3. Mother age increased by 1 part because of 5 years. Son age increased by 1 part because of 5 years. Now you can conclude 1 part is equal to 5 years. Your question is about present age of son. Son's present age is equal to 3 parts. That is equal to 3 into 5, 15 answer. Q1 is equal to 15. Next, Q2. Present age of father, that's what we have to calculate. 10 years hence, a man will be 2 times as old as he was 10 years ago. 10 years hence, a man age becomes x plus 10, will be 2 times of as old as he was 10 years back. His age 10 years back was x minus 10. X and then 2x, difference is x. 10 we have, minus 20 will come to left hand side, that becomes plus 20. 10 plus 20, that is equal to 30. X is equal to 30. Now Q2 is 30, Q1 is 15. Q1 less than Q2. Breadth of the rectangle is equal to side of the square. The ratio of length and breadth is 3:2. Perimeter of the square is 32. Area of the square, perimeter of the rectangle. Now, Let's see. Breadth of the rectangle is equal to side of the square. Perimeter of the square is mentioned as 32. If perimeter is equal to 32, which is equal to 4a, then side is equal to 8. That means breadth of the rectangle is equal to 8. And the ratio of length and breadth are in the ratio 3:2. From this, 2 parts is equal to breadth, 3 parts is equal to length. If 2 parts is 8, 1 part is equal to 4, 3 parts is equal to 12. Your question is square area. Q1 is equal to square area, that is 8 square, 64. And then in Q2 you are asked to calculate perimeter of the rectangle. 2 times of L plus B. L plus B is equal to 12 plus 8, 20. 2 times, that is equal to 40. Q1 is more than Q2. Next. The average weight of ABC is 40 kgs. The average weight of A and C is 38 kgs. A weight is 1 kg more than B. A weight is 1 kg more than B's weight. In Q1 you are asked to calculate weight of B, and in Q2 you are asked to calculate weight of A. Without solution, without solving the question, from the last statement itself we can answer the question. If B's weight is treated as X, A's weight is 1 kg more than B's weight, that means X plus 1. Q1 is X, Q2 is X plus 1. X can be any stupid number, but you can conclude that Q1 is less than Q2. Because A weight is 1 kg more than B. Answer can be done. Right, now from 46 onwards, we have information in 2 images. What is this? Report a number of viewers of different YouTube channels in a city in a year. Number of viewers of 6 YouTube channels is 1,20,000. Percentage of viewers of 6 different YouTube channels is mentioned here. Movies, technology, games, music, cricket, and then news. Fortunately or unfortunately, education is not there. Percentage of viewers joined as subscribers in those channels. So movies, these are all percentages. Movies, technology, games, and then music, cricket, and then news. Right. So whatever viewers are there, viewers are different and subscribers are different. Viewers in the sense anybody can open any YouTube channel and they can watch videos which are there in that particular channel. And every time if they want to view some video, they need to go there. Subscriber is something different. If they subscribe, they get notifications whenever, if YouTube channel, in a particular channel, if they upload any video, you get some notification. For that you have to subscribe it. That is what the subscription meaning. Now percentage of subscribers are given here. These values, percentages are calculated on viewers, and total number of viewers are 1,20,000. In which channel number of subscribers is second highest? Second highest. Right. As you are asked to calculate second highest, what you can do is, whatever least we have percentages, you can forget about them, which won't work at all. And of course, out of 6 channels, you'll have only information regarding 5 channels, which is left. Technology is left. When you don't have technology in options, it is our foolishness if you verify for technology. Forget about technology. In movies, 65% of 26%. Look at this. 65% of 26%. Don't calculate it, just write numbers. You don't have to write for technology. Games, 12% of 75. Out of 75, it is 12%. Next, music, 94, and then we have 20%. 94 and we have 20%. Next, cricket, 18% of 30. 18% of 30. I may write in a mismatch order, but still. News, 16% of 15. That is 16% of 15. Now your question is to identify the second highest viewers, second highest subscriptions, second highest. These are least 2 values, and you can definitely eliminate them. When you observe this, 75% of 12. 75% is half plus half of the number. So this value is equal to 9. Out of 65, 26 percentage in the sense 20% itself is 13, and 6 more percentage we have. 6 more percentage of this number is going to be 3.6 or something. So that is total 13.3, about a 17 number you'll get. But when you calculate 20% of this number, you'll get 18.8. So this is highest and this is second highest. Second highest is there for the first one, which is movies. Next, what is the respective ratio of number of subscribers in technology to that of cricket? Technology 50% we have, and then cricket we have 30 percentage. But these values are calculated on what? This is numerator technology, denominator cricket. Technology by cricket. Technology here we have 8 percentage, and in cricket we have 18 percentage. 10 5 times here, 10 3 times here, 2 4 times, 2 9 times. No more simplifications. 5 4 is 20, 9 3 is 27. 20 by 27 is our ratio. 20 by 27, third option answer. Number of subscribers in music is approximately what percent of number of viewers in movies? One value they're talking about subscription, the other they're talking about viewers. Subscriptions in music. Music subscriptions are 94 percentage of 20. 94 percentage, let me write like this, of 20 percentage. 20% of what? The total value, 1,20,000. I'll treat it as X. Keep it aside. This must be calculated as a percentage with respect to viewers in movies. Viewers in movies. In movies, we have total viewers are 26%. 26 percentage of X, as this is about percentage into 100. Percentage gets cancelled. If I delete this percentage symbol, we'll have to write divided by 100. 100 gets cancelled. Now you are left with 2, 10 times 2, 13 times. That is equal to XX gets cancelled. 940 divided by 13. Now 7 times of 13 is 91. Apart from 91 you have 30. That is 2 times and something. 72 percentage something. 72 percentage something. Approximate answer 72. Next. Anyway, you're asked to calculate approximate only. Look at this, approximate. Number of subscribers is what percent of number of viewers? Number of subscribers is what percent of number of viewers? For this, you'll have to spend lot of time. Number of subscribers is total value 100%. Number of viewers are 100 percentage. Out of which everywhere we have to calculate number like this. Out of movie, 65% of 26. We have to calculate 65 percentage of 26. Whatever the statement that we have written for the first question. 50% of technology. 50% of technology, that is 8%. Game 75% of 12. 75 percentage of 12. Like that. 94% of 20 or 20 percentage of 94. And then cricket 30% of 18, 30 percentage of 18, and then news 15% of 16, 15 percentage of 16. We have to convert all the values and then need to take sum of the values. You have to convert it. There is no other option. And then finally you'll get your answer. 50% of 8, that is 4. 75% of 12, that is 9. 20% of this number, 18.8. 30% of this number, 5.4. 15% of this number, 2.4. 65% of 26 or 26% of this number. 65% is easy to calculate. 50% is 13. 5% is 6.5. 50% is 13. 10 percentage is 2.6, 5 percentage is 1.3. Total it is 16.9. Now you have to add all these values: 20, 30, 18 plus 2, 20, 20, 20, 40, 40 plus 14, 54. Answer should be more than this. Look at your options. How many options are more than that? Yes, comfortable number are there. Now let us add even other values. 0.8, 0.8, 1.6, 1.6 plus 9, that is equal to 2.5. When you add 2.5 to this number, it becomes 56.5. First option answer. This much lengthy simplification is required. Nothing can be done. If such type of questions are there in your exam, better to skip these type of questions. What is the average number of subscribers in all the channels? You're asked to calculate average number of subscribers in all the channels. So if you can answer previous question, you know that total subscriptions are 56.5%. 56.5 percentage is equal to 56.5 into 1% value. 1 percentage of this number, 1,20,000, is 1,200. As you're asked to calculate average, average for how many areas are there? 6 areas are there. 6 200 times. 1 0 and decimal can be cancelled and still you have one more 0. 565 2 times. 500 2 times 1000. 65 2 times 130. Total 1130. 11,300 subscriptions are average number. That is equal to fourth option. So with this we completed entire paper and we'll meet in next session. Thank you.